Okay, let's have a look at simple interest. A recap. There's two formulas that you can use. So this one here, that divides your rate by 100 within the formula, whereas with this one you have to divide it before you pop it in. Most of the time we use this from year 9, year 10, so we're going to stick with that. What do all of those mean? Well, I is your interest earned, P is the principal, the original amount borrowed or invested, R is your rate, the percentage. Okay, as we said, if you're using the second formula, then you need to divide by 100. If you're using the first formula where you've got capital R, then the formula divides it for you. Okay, and that's one we're going to stick with. Time, you need to remember that time is in years. Oops. And because it's in years, right, if it's given to you, this is in your OneNote, if it's given to you in a different form, you need to make sure that you convert it to years. So pretty simple, 18 months, that's 1.5, or just pop 18 over 12. If it was 20 months, 20 over 12, pop that straight into your calculator. Okay, if it was 21 weeks, there's 52 weeks in a year, so 21 over 52, 94 days, 365 days in a year, etc., etc. Okay, so you can read that. All right, this video we'll work through these 3 questions. If you haven't got these formulas, the 4 formulas on your help sheet, then you better write that down ASAP, because this is already rearranging to get the principal, the rate, or the time, if that's what it's asking. Okay, so feel free to stop the video and write them down. Let's get stuck into the first one. Okay, so as soon as we read the question and we see that it's simple interest, I strongly suggest you pop down I, P, R and T, and you pop down what it is that what information you have and what you're trying to find. So if we read right at the end, find the simple interest. So that means we're actually trying to find I. $8,000, that's what was invested originally, so that's going to be our P. Our rate, right, that's the one with the percentage, that's pretty easy to find. So remember, we're using the one where it's dividing by 100 within our formula, so we just write 4.5. Now time, 4 years and 9 months. Okay, so we're going to write that as 4 and 9 over 12. Because we're finding I, we look up our formulas, and the one that has I by itself is PRT over 100, and we simply substitute all of our information in. Okay, so we've got 8,000 times your rate, which is 4.5. Now times 4 and 9/12. We'll just show you how we can pop that in on the calculator over 100. So using your calculator is a huge skill. Okay, so we can pop it in, 8,000 times 4.5 times, now just above your fraction button, so if I press shift fraction, you can see I get a mixed, so that can be 4 and 9/12 all over 100 equals, so we've got interest of 1,710. Some of the older calculators, 1,710, I think they don't like you having a fraction on top of a fraction. So if that's the case with yours, I would first pop that in. So we've got 4 and 9 over 12. Okay, you've got that as your answer now. So then you can just do the whole 8,000 times 4.5 times, shift your answer. It's taking the exact form that you have from above, and you'll see we get exactly the same. You don't have to keep writing stuff down or round anything off. All right, so hopefully that's pretty good. How much will you have in total? So the total in your bank account is going to be what you put in plus the interest that you earned. Okay, so oops, we'll pop that as equals. That's going to be the 8,000 plus the 1,710. So do make sure that you answer the question fully. Okay, there we go. On to the next one. How long will you need? So again, we're looking at how long, so we're finding time. So again, I'm going to write I, P, R, T. All right, how long? We're finding the time. It means I should have all the other bits of information. 6%, that's a no-brainer. Pop that in there. All right, now out of this, if you need, how long will you need to invest $4,000? So that's the original amount that you're investing, which makes that our principal, to earn $750. That's our $750 in simple interest. So there we go. We then go back up, all right, scroll up and look at your formulas. What's the formula that gets T by itself? Okay, there we go. You can see that on the right. So that's going to be I times 100 over P times R. We just again sub everything in. But please note the setting out. You're not keeping it all in your head. You're not just putting random numbers down. It's all neat and set out nicely. Oops. As she writes 400 instead of 4,000 times your rate of 6. Okay. And you can work that out. Might as well do it. Okay, 750 times 100, 4,000 times 6. So that comes up S to D, so 3.125. That's years. If the question wants it to be in years and months, we will say 0.125 times 12, because there's 12 months in a year, so that's 1.5 months. So it's 3 years and 1.5 months. So always remember, pop your units in. Okay, and lastly, we've got Sarah. Again, we see simple interest, so I'm writing I equals P equals. Okay, 5 years. There we go. We've got the time at a rate of 5.35. How much did Sarah invest initially? So it means we're finding the P, and she earned 1,600 in interest. So if you're systematic, it's going to be quite simple. So again, we go and look at our formula to find the P, the principal. It's I times 100 over rate times time. And in we go. So 1,600 times 100 all over 5.35 times 5. We're finding a dollar amount here. 1600 times 100. All right, $5,981. $5,981, and we'll pop our cents in there. So 31 cents. Okay, so that's pretty much simple interest. If you're systematic, it lives up to its name of being simple. Okay, let's get this